What's up, family? Welcome back to another video. I am April Williams, bringing y'all another video, another message. This is going to be a part 2 of a video I did last year called Beware of Kingdom Spouse Deception. Beware of Kingdom Spouse Deception. So this is going to be like a part 2. I feel like it's so important to talk about because a lot of people are falling into that, the kingdom spouse deception stuff. And I'll say it may be, the root of that may be whatever way you feeling. You may feel like you've done a lot of work on yourself and you've healed and you're ready for your husband or your wife. But just because you feel that you're ready for it does not mean that God feels the same way. God may feel like you need some more work. God may feel like it just ain't your time or your season. So a lot of times we'll feel different type of ways, have all these emotions, and we go to the internet. Let's say you feel like you're battling or you are battling with anxiety or depression, and you go on YouTube and you'll watch different people speak and all that, to a certain extent, there's nothing wrong with that. Because it's like, let's say you're looking for encouragement and you get it from somebody else who have battled with anxiety or depression. In that sense, it's cool to do. But you should never go to the internet looking up anything about a husband, about a wife, especially if you're feeling alone. If you're feeling alone, if you're feeling lonely, the worst thing you can do is go look up videos about kingdom spouse, because that's when you fall into kingdom spouse deception. That's the two ways I'm going to list two ways. Two ways you fall into kingdom spouse deception if, like I said, you feeling lonely or anything like that, and you go look up videos about it. Or number two, you really focus on God and serving, the purpose He has for your life. You walking in your purpose. The enemy will send that your way as a distraction. So that's really the two ways. You feeling lonely, you feel like you're ready for your person, and you go look up different videos about people who experiencing that same thing. Or, like I said, you really going hard for the Lord, you're walking in your purpose, you're doing this, you're doing that, you're serving your gift in whatever way. And the enemy will send that as a distraction to throw you off track, to get you to not focus on your purpose, but to now focus on a man or a woman. So, like I said, man, I know a lot of people feel like they may be ready for their person, and you may be ready, but that doesn't mean that these videos you watching of different people on YouTube are correct. All I know is God is our confirmation. God is our confirmation. God tells us things. He speaks to us. He tells us things. So first and foremost, you have to hear something from the Lord. The Lord has to tell you it's your season to be married. The Lord has to tell you your kingdom spouse, your husband or your wife is on the way. They coming. Do this. Prepare for them, At the end of the day, let these videos just be, like a extra confirmation, I mean, like the Lord should have really spoken to you about it, and you let these videos be, like I say, extra confirmation. You done heard this from the Lord over and over and over, and then you see a video and you're like, okay, I feel like this is for me, because you done already heard from the Lord yourself. Don't go to these videos thinking that just because you feel emotional or you feel lonely or you feel you're ready for your husband or your wife, that these videos are talking to you, because that's how people get drawn in. Like I said, you feeling lonely, you single, you feel like you're ready for your husband or your wife. You see a video pop up, you say, okay, it's no harm in me watching one video, so you watch it. And the next thing you know, that's all you seeing down your timeline, and you feel yourself, or you find yourself falling into the idolatry of kingdom spouse deception. So next thing you know, you're watching video after video after video, different people. It's like they're just feeding your feelings, because what they saying sound good to how you feel. It ain't about how we feel. It's about what the Lord has for us and His timing, and His timing and the season that is right. So like I say, be careful with falling into the kingdom spouse deception. Now, I'm sure that it may be your season, it may be somebody else's season, but let the Lord tell you that. Go to God in prayer about that. If you're curious about your husband or your wife, if you're curious to know if it's your time, it's your season, are you ready? Have you done enough work? Have you healed? Go to God about those things. And let God speak to you over and over and over. And then, like I said, if you see a video or come across something, it may be your confirmation. But even after you see it, still pray about it. Lord, I seen this video on YouTube, such and such person. Is this confirmation from you that what you spoke to me already is true? It's going to come to pass. So let it be like that. Let that be the kind of the flow of everything. You hear from God a few times. then you may see a video or something, and then once you see it, you bring it back to God and try to confirm it like that. Let God confirm it. He's the final say of everything we do. So, like I said, y'all just be careful. It's a lot of stuff going on. It's people who have big YouTube channels about Kingdom Spouse stuff. And like I say, some of it, I'm sure it is legit. I'm sure God really speaks to these people and he helps. And they help, other people. I'm not saying that. I'm sure it happens. But like I said in the beginning of the video, just because you feel emotional, you feel lonely, you feel like you're ready for a husband or for a wife, and you start seeing these videos, it does not mean that these people are talking to you. That's when you fall into Kingdom Spouse deception. Like I said, let the Lord tell you that over and over. And then, you go about it. You take it to him in prayer. And then from there, so on and so forth. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it serves as some type of help, some type of guide to you. Some type of guide. Guide, not God. Guide. Some type of guide for you, on your path and your journey. Like I say, because at one point I found myself falling into that, but for me, it was like I say, it's two ways you fall into it. You feel lonely, you feel like you're ready, then you go start watching videos, or you focus on your purpose, and those videos kind of come your way, pop up on your your feed as a distraction. And for me, like I say, about a year ago, I started seeing all these videos. I wasn't worried about a man. I was just coming into my purpose and growing my YouTube channel and doing my podcast and my t-shirt brand. It's like I was on fire for the Lord. So I started seeing these videos. And after a while, I knew that the enemy had thrown this my way to throw me off track. That's how I fell into the Kingdom Spouse deception. So I don't want that for you. I hope this, like I say, serves as some type of help so you won't fall into it. Or if you already have, you repent and you turn. Get back focused on God, serving your purpose, or even just figuring out what your purpose is and using the gift the Lord has given you to continue to serve your purpose. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, and send this to anybody who you feel is falling into this, or may fall into it. Let it be a warning for them ahead of time, so you can catch it, so they won't fall into it at all. So y'all be blessed. I'll see y'all on the next one.